Days of spiritual war. That's why you have to be prayed up. That's why you have to put on the full armor. It said we war not against flesh and blood. We war against principalities, rulers of darkness in high places. Right? And we see this with Christ. Christ was tempted by the devil. That was a spiritual interaction. And he overcame through the Spirit by abiding in obedience to the Heavenly Father. So if Christ was being spiritually tempted, spiritually attacked by the enemy, what makes you think that half of your mental wars are all your mental wars are not from the enemy? When you're dealing with thoughts that just appear out of nowhere, those are darts, fiery darts from the enemy. If Jesus Christ warred against the devil himself, we too are at war with the enemy. But some of us who pick up the word are ignorant to that. We just look at temptation as something that only comes from our fleshly desires. It doesn't only come from our fleshly desires. The devil is at work, and we too must be at work through fasting and prayer, because this is a real war. Something else I left out, right? And I was allowed to see by the Spirit, right? What if Christ would have gave in when the enemy tempted him? What if Christ would have gave in when the enemy was tempting him with bread? The enemy was tempting him by the glory of the world. What if Christ would have gave in? He'd have gave the enemy legal access. He'd have gave the enemy access and rule over him, right? So I said that to say this: any sin, any weight of sin that we're dealing with in our lives, we have really given the enemy access in our lives. So examine yourself.